Hello YouTube, and welcome to my first video. This video is a review of my planners over the last 10 years. My goal at this point is to try to find a planner system that works for my lifestyle. I am a professional school counselor. I pretty much supervise counselors at the district level. I am also a counselor educator, an adjunct professor at a university, and I'm a member of a sorority. I'm a wife, I'm a mother, and I like to be involved in activities and cultural events and things like that. And so a planner system that works for that lifestyle is something that I feel is a necessity. And so at this point, I am on the quest to try to find a planner system that will work for me. What I thought I would do is that I would go back over the last 10 years, and that's what you see here, are the planners that I've used starting from 2000. And my goal with doing that was to go back and kind of review the planners and see what criteria, what format in these planners worked for me best over the years. And in reviewing that, to be able to kind of take all those things and looking forward to find a planner system that I think would work for me. So what I'm going to do is just kind of go through each one of these, and I think even as I casually reviewed them before this video, I saw patterns of things that did work for me, and so I think that it will become clear as I go through these planners that I've had over the 10 years of the planner format, the page format, and the criteria that I think are important in a planner system. Okay, starting with the 2000 planner that I had here. This was a at a glance calendar from 2000. It is what we would call, I think, an A5 size planner, and the format of this planner was 2-page per day, a page. I mean, 2 days per page, you can see here, and it doesn't look like I got too much use out of this planner. I did put some notes in here, some important things, but for the most part, in 2000, it didn't look like I quite used this planner very much. Not quite sure why, but I did keep it for most of the year, so you see sporadically that I did have some dates and some use in this planner. Not only did it have the 2 days per page, this planner also had a few note pages in the back where I did keep important numbers. So that's the size planner at a glance from 2000. This planner is a Dayminder, and it was for 2000-2001. So I'm assuming that at some point that I did not like this and I kind of went to this. Like I said before, I am an educator, and so planners that tend to run the academic year seem to work best for me. So as we look at this planner was more on a month view. So as you can tell, it looks like I got a lot of use out of that. Having that month view at a time seems to be something that is very functional for me. And so as we glance through this calendar, it seems like starting that academic year, I pretty much used this calendar all year. And so using that month view seems to be something I kind of like, it seems like. And as far as this planner goes, that was pretty much it. It had a page or two in the back for important notes or contacts and that kind of thing. I did notice that I went from the A5 size to the letter size planner, and again, the monthly view seemed to be something that I really used that year. And then starting in 2001, 2002, I went back to at a glance calendar, and you can see here again I stuck with the month view of the calendar, and it looks like I did not use it very much, but at the back I had contacts that I did use, and it was very heavy on the notes page, but I didn't seem to use that as much either. And that was 2001, 2002. And 2002 and 2003, I continued with the At a Glance calendar here. And it looks like this one had not only a week on 2 pages, it also had, if I can get to it, the month as well. So you can see there that on where it had the months that I really used the month page. Here you go again. It had notes on the other side as well. So you can see again where it had the month and it had the notes. I did use those pages very, very often. One of the things that I've noticed though is that the week on 2 pages I did not use at all. Again, it looks like I have more of a flavor for the monthly kind of view of a planner, and so that is that was from 2002 to 2003. 2003 to 2004. Again, I stuck with the At a Glance calendar. Looks like monthly. You can see here. That I did keep the monthly thing going, and that really did seem to work for me. Up until, like I said, June, usually that's the end of the academic year. But for the most part, I did work with the monthly calendar, and I seem to favor a larger size than the A5 that I showed from 2000. And this one again had notes pages and contacts in the back as well. 2004, 2005. And this is an academic planner for 2004, 2005. And again, you can see that the monthly format was something that I kind of gravitated towards. It did have a week on 2 pages, as you can see here. And I did seem to use that then. Because this one did not have any tabs at that point in time, I did make tabs, as you can see at the top there, for my month so that I can get to my months quickly and find them. And again, I really kept up with things on a monthly view. But it seems like I did start using the weekly pages during that time as well. But for the most part, it looks like the monthly view is what I do prefer. And again, that's a pattern that I'm seeing here. Another pattern that I'm seeing is that I like the letter size. And I'm not quite sure why. You know, you would think that with all the things you have to carry around, I would not want to carry around something this big. It doesn't fit in your purse, but it seems like for the things that I had to do and manage, the letter size seemed to work best for me. Again, you can see I did use the monthly view a lot heavily, color-coded some things as well. And this one's pretty much all monthly, and it seems like I used that one all that academic year. And it had heavy notes pages in the back that I did use some of that. 2006, again, was a letter size, as you can see here. And it did have monthly tabs, as you can see there. And for the most part, I would think that I did use the monthly view. But when I look, let's see if I used, I kind of sometimes made notes on those weekly pages to make certain notes, but not many of those that I use. But the month view, I did use a good bit, as you can see and tell there. And then 2006 through 2007, I went back to At a Glance, but at a smaller size, you can see here. This one was more of a week on a page on a vertical kind of formatting here. As I kind of go through here, doesn't look like I started using this at the beginning of the academic year, but it seems like in October somehow I picked up using it then. As you can see, I kind of used it throughout, but not as heavy as I would do like the monthly view, I would think. But I did use this one for that academic year. And 2007, 2008, at a glance here. This right here, again, was a monthly view, as you can tell. And I did use it, it looks like, pretty much throughout that academic year somewhat. Not as heavily as I had done in the past, as 2007, 2008. And this is a 2008 generic calendar. Doesn't have a brand name on it, but it seems to be, I would think, a monthly. It's a Stephen Covey, because I noticed that it has the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People in here. But it does have notes pages there. And for some of that, I did use it. Again, it had the monthly view. Smaller, lighter, and it does seem like I did use it somewhat. I'm not quite sure why. I didn't use it as much as I possibly could have, but... And then here's the 2009, 2010. I went back again to the full letter size planner at a glance. Seemed like At a Glance is one of the calendars that I do prefer. And let's look at it again. It's monthly. You can see monthly seems to be my thing here. I can kind of see the whole month and write things down. In the back, contact phone numbers and notes pages, which I tend to use a good bit of the notes pages as well. And then in 2010-11, again, a day runner, letter size, and let's look at the format of that. Again, it has the tabs along the sides there to show the months. And again, I start planning heavily in August, as you can see here. Don't want to show you too close up because it's a counselor. We do keep, notes and sometimes write some things down that we don't want people to see. But for the most part, I did use the monthly calendar. And let's kind of look and see. I did not, again, you can see, use the horizontal weekly planner that was contained within here. But I did gravitate again toward using the monthly At a View pages there. This planner did have notes pages in the back that I wrote a few notes on. Did not keep any contacts in there, just a few. But for the most part, and looking back over my planners, it appears that the monthly view is more of the of what I tend to gravitate towards in a planner, and that that size does matter to me. For the most part, it looks like I like the letter size planner. I like the monthly view. I do like notes pages. And so those would be things that I would take into consideration as I go forward in trying to find a planning system that works for me. And I'm looking at several things, and I hope to share them with you as I come to that decision as to what planner and planning system that I will use, and hopefully get a chance to review it and see how it works for me. Thanks, YouTube, and until next time.